This is big. This is still a developing story. Spain is literally being invaded right before our eyes, and there's only one person to blame. Watch this virtue signaling video of Pedro Sanchez. Listen to this. This is the direct result of his policies of compassion, which is not purely out of compassion. He's got a vested interest in that because he thinks that these people are going to vote for him.
Some say we've gone too far, that we're going against the current. But I would like to ask you, when did recognizing rights become something radical?
Yeah, he recognized their rights. Look, and they're storming in. I've got some videos to show you. They're chanting Allahu Akbar on the beaches, on the streets. They've already started breaking down into houses of Spanish citizens. It's stuff of nightmares, guys.
When did empathy become something exceptional? Spain is above all a welcoming country, and this is the path we choose: dignity, community, and justice.
Wow. So that has resulted in this. The local authorities have completely lost control, and they are begging Madrid to intervene, send in the military. Watch this video. This is from the local government of Kyoto.
Voy a dar lectura al acuerdo adoptado en el día de hoy por la Junta de Portavoces, un acuerdo que ha sido adoptado por unanimidad de todos los portavoces. Dice así: la Junta de Portavoces, en reunión extraordinaria y urgente, celebrada en el día de hoy, 30 de julio de 2026, atendido el salto cualitativo que se ha producido en la persistente entrada masiva de migrantes en nuestra ciudad, agravado en las últimas horas por la entrada a pie, sorteando el espigón del Tarajal y de manera igualmente masiva, considera urgente e inaplazable la adopción por parte del Gobierno de la Nación de las siguientes medidas. 1. La declaración de emergencia nacional al amparo de lo previsto en la normativa sobre seguridad nacional. 2. El refuerzo de los cuerpos y fuerzas de seguridad del Estado y el despliegue del Ejército para garantizar la inviolabilidad de la frontera y la seguridad ciudadana. 3. El cierre de la mencionada frontera. Al mismo tiempo, queremos transmitir al conjunto de la ciudadanía serenidad y calma. No es la primera vez que Ceuta se ve en una situación límite como la actual, pero, como en las anteriores, también en este caso la sociedad ceutí volverá a dar y está dando un ejemplo de madurez, solidaridad y entereza. Juntos y unidos saldremos adelante.
So they have requested the military to come in. They are also saying that this is not the first time when Kyoto has experienced something like this. I don't know, I'm not an expert. Now let me show you what the streets of Kyoto and Melilla are looking like right now. So invaders have actively climbing ladders to break into people's homes in Kyoto. Moroccan migrants are right now scaling ladders and trying to force their way into local homes. Watch this video. Look at this. He's put a ladder against the wall and he's going into someone's first story apartment. Look at that. He's breaking in. Imagine there's an old woman in there. Imagine there's a woman in there, young woman with children. Look at this. Look at that. There's no man in there who can just go, oops, sorry, off you go. Look at that. There's more, guys. There's more. Look at this guy. This guy literally on camera says he's a murderer. He's wanted for murder in Morocco. So he thought, oh, Spain, I've come to Spain.
Ali, ¿por qué no te quedas en Marruecos? ¿Por qué decides venir
Sorry, it's in Spanish, obviously. I'm just going by the caption. I have seen that caption on other accounts as well. There you go. Cars are being set on fire. Look at that. Cars are being set on fire near Spain's Melilla enclave as unrest spreads along the border. Reports describe Moroccan migrants burning vehicles near the frontier of Melilla, Spain's other North African enclave. It follows the surge at Kyoto, where more than 1,500 people swam around the barrier in a single day, and local officials declared a migratory emergency. Why is that happening, guys? Why is that happening? Look at that. We have no confirmed reports on injuries, arrests, or the scale of the fires. But it is happening. Look at that. Jesus. Look at that. Look, these people are going to, where are the women and children? These people are going to get bored of playing with their hands. And then, you know, they're going to grab any woman they can. I saw a woman welcoming them. She might fall into their hands too. Look at this. Nigel Farage has actually made a statement too. Let's watch.
It's time to wake up, everybody. No, I really mean it. Just have a look at these scenes. This is happening today in Quetta, the Spanish enclave in North Africa. Yep, it is Spanish territory. Tens of thousands, maybe more, breaking in to that little part of Spain. The authorities seemingly powerless to act, and yes, of course, they've declared a state of emergency. Bear this in mind. Earlier this year, Spain gave an amnesty to 500,000 people who'd illegally got into the country. The messages from Spain are clear. You know, come in and you'll be allowed to stay.
And the Supreme Court doubled down on that. It said you cannot stop the boats, and you cannot, anyone who enters a Spanish enclave or a Spanish territory or even the mainland, you cannot send them back. That's the Supreme Court's order. That's their ruling.
Some of you might remember a poster I put out 10 years ago called Breaking Point, where I showed vast numbers illegally breaking into the European Union. I made the point that if we vote for Brexit, we'll have the power to stop those people coming here. Sadly, the Tories failed us, Labour have failed us. Believe me, unless we get a reform government, those scenes you're seeing in Spain today, many of those young men, lots of them dangerous, will be heading towards Calais and coming to our country too. It is time to wake up. This is a battle for the future of our civilization.
The Italian government have, they've already released a statement, and they've said that they are looking to cancel their Schengen agreement with Spain of free movement of people, because, you know, all these fresh Spaniards, Italy is saying we are already enriched. We don't want any more enrichment. They are getting enriched by the Syrians, by the Middle Easterns. They don't want to get enriched by the North Africans. Actually, they were North Africans too. Look at this, guys. It looks like a little invasion. Look at this.
Al agua y bordeando el espigón. No se puede hacer nada. El gobierno de España...
Where are the women and children? Where are they? My goodness, what do you think they're going to do when they're hungry, when they're horny, when they're angry, when they're desperate? What are they going to do? What do you think they're going to do? It's a disaster, guys. It's a disaster. This is what unchecked so-called compassion does to you. So what they did, they actually swam around the barrier. So they've put up walls to keep them out, but they swam around it. Why wouldn't they? Look at this. Look at this woman. Look at this woman. If suicidal empathy had a face, this is it. She's cheering them on. This woman is cheering them on. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is Quetta. This is Quetta. Look at that. And they've just come in. They've just come in, guys. Let's see what this bishop said.
Now we're witnessing an invasion. They are not refugees. No, this is an invasion of mass Islamization of Europe. And so this is a global political agenda by the powerful of the world to destroy Europe culturally and religiously. I mean, to destroy Christianity ultimately in Europe. Now,
Dirty Sanchez. Look at the aerial footage, guys. Look at that. Look at that. According to some estimates, 80,000 have poured in. The BBC quoted 10,000. That looks more than that, guys. That looks way more than that. 15 people have drowned too, by the way. Oh my goodness. By the way, it's important to tell some of you guys that Spain, that is anti-colonialism, that is that is so in the favor of Gaza, in the name of anti-colonialism, anti-settler colonialism. This is what Spain has been doing. This is Spanish territory. Look, it's actually on Moroccan soil. Here. But it is a bit more complicated, so I'm not going to throw Spain under the bus. Spain has Spain acquired these territories in the 15th and the 16th centuries, long before the Kingdom of Morocco gained its independence in 1952. And the residents of Ceuta and Melilla, various surveys and election results have shown that the vast majority of the residents do not want to be part of Morocco. Look at that. The BBC will tell you it's only 5,000. 10,000, sorry. I think they've upgraded the number to 10,000. They initially said 5,000. Look at that. A retard finder. Oh, look, this is what Peter Sanchez has said. The government of Spain is fully committed to providing an immediate response to the situation in Ceuta. We are mobilizing all necessary resources, working with Moroccan and international authorities and preparing the necessary measures to restore normalcy as soon as possible. I just conveyed this to President Juan Vivalara, who's that? Oh, yeah, his own president. This is the moment to build solutions with responsibility and cooperation. What a, oh my God, this is it. You fucking wanker. You created this mess. He's a traitor. He's a traitor, guys. Look at him. What happened to his, what happened to this message now? What happened to this message?
Some say we've gone too far, that we're going against the current. But I would like to ask you, when did recognizing rights become something radical?
Yeah. What do you mean now? Huh? What do you now mean? What do you mean now this, we are mobilizing all necessary resources? What? You've recognized people's rights. You're recognizing rights. What do you mean? You're just having empathy. There's nothing radical about that.
When did empathy become something exceptional? Spain is above all a welcoming country.
What do you mean? You said Spain is a welcoming country. What the hell? He should be jailed. You said Spain is a welcoming country. Why are you mobilizing all necessary resources to restore normalcy? Huh? Guys, this is what I'm saying. Their worldview is crumbling right around them. Their narratives are crumbling around them, but they're also bringing us down with them. This is treason. I'm not the only person. I'm sure you've been saying the same thing. Everyone, all of us who have a working brain can see that this is not going to work out. This is treason. You are destroying Western civilization, and because you are part of Western civilization, that's why if you go down, you weaken us as well. He should be tried for treason. And that judge, that Supreme Court judge who said that they can't be returned, according to the Supreme Court's judgment, I read that on BBC. Look at this. Let me show you. Spain's Supreme Court ruled this month that migrants stopped at sea while trying to reach Ceuta or Melilla or any other Spanish enclave cannot be summarily returned to Morocco. So according to their Supreme Court's ruling, all these people who came in, that's it. They have to live here now. There is no legal procedure to send them back. What are they going to do? This is where lefty lunatic politics has led them to. We've got, as Nigel Farage said, guys, this is going to happen in the UK. It's going to happen everywhere. These suicidal, empathetic, compassionate people are not going to stop. You saw that woman who was waving them in. There are literally thousands of these people around. We cannot afford for each and every one of those idiots to find out themselves. They're effing around, but if everyone starts finding out, then there's a strong likelihood of us finding out too. If she gets assaulted or something worse happens to her, she might change her view, or if she survives, then she might change her view, but there will still plenty of other woke lunatics who would not experience that. So the only way for all of them to change their minds is for all of them to go through that experience. And if all of them go through that experience, then all of us could go through that experience too. And by that point, it might be too late. Therefore, we need to mobilize. Our narrative for the preservation of Western civilization must hold. That's the only narrative that has to succeed now.